Welcome back to Career Quest. My name is Mary Parker, and I'm your host today. And we are back with Rebekah McCloy with VAYA Health. And we had a few more questions to ask her, so we had to bring her back. We all have good things and bad things that are in our day-to-day job. And I wanted to ask you, what is your most favorite part, and what is the least favorite part of the job that you have?
My favorite is being with the folks that we're training, being face-to-face in a classroom with folks in recovery. Love that. The computer stuff, the paperwork, emails, voicemails, spreadsheets, that's the side that I don't enjoy as much. I'm still really good at it, okay? But
very good.
Don't enjoy that as much.
Right. I can understand that. But it's a kind of a necessary evil,
yes.
Isn't it? Yeah. So as you've kind of touched on it a bit already, but what is the main thing that motivates you the most about being in behavioral health? Because it's not probably a typical field when you think about elementary school age folks. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a teacher. You don't have very many people saying, I want to be in behavioral health. So what kind of motivates you to be in that?
For me, I think it comes from just wanting to make a difference for folks. Myself, other peer support specialists, we are all in recovery ourselves. So most of us at some point have received some kind of services and been in that system and been on the receiving end. And so being on the end that provides those services means a lot. It enables me to make a difference in someone's life. And what that also does is makes a difference in communities. We make a difference in these systems, and that's important.
Which is one of the great reasons that we like to partner with you, because we know that it does have a significant impact on our community throughout. As you're talking, let's say you were speaking with someone who is new to the field or is interested in the field, what really sparked you to first get into this type of work?
I think that heart for service that a lot of us develop. Mm-hmm. I spent a lot of years kind of being a drain on society and on my community, on my family. And so that desire to give back was really strong. And I think that's a pretty common thread with a lot of folks that work in the field.
I personally love to see that turn around.
Yes.
When individuals can see that they can make a difference and make an impact in a way that someone who may not have been through that can make, which is just awesome in and of itself. Let's talk about a little bit when we make a mistake or something goes wrong at work. I mean, we all want to dream and think, oh, we're going to be perfect at everything, but that's just not realistic. So do you have any advice for when you make a mistake at work or something goes wrong? What do you do?
So the first thing, most important for me, is to go ahead and come clean immediately. To go ahead and let my supervisor or coworker, whoever I need to, let them know, oops, I've made a mistake.
Yeah.
So admitting to that is the very first thing. I have to tell myself it's going to be okay. I'm probably not the first one that made this mistake.
Right.
Probably won't be the last. But part of that thought process also is I am going to learn from it. I won't make this mistake again. To use that as a way to grow.
Right, exactly. That's some great self-talk in there too, I think, because when you make a mistake, you want to just kind of crawl under the rug, but that's not necessarily the best thing to do. So that's some great advice. We want to transition just a little bit so that you can tell us about the certification in the state of North Carolina. So you mentioned peer support specialist, and obviously you have this week-long training, but what's kind of the process that you go through to become certified within the state of North Carolina?
Okay, so once you have a year in recovery, there is a process with the state where you take the training. You have to complete an approved curriculum. The state has several that are approved. VAYA Health is one of those. You take that training, and then you have to have 20 contact hours to go along with the hours in this training. So, and that can be a lot of different things. Some of the stuff y'all do here at Goodwill, some of those classes work perfectly for the contact hours. They're not hard to get. A lot of people are put off, but they're not. Some folks have actually already got the 20 contact hours. They just don't realize it. We go over that in depth in class and give folks a lot of options on how to get those extra hours. So then it's just an application to the state, some documentation of those contact hours, some references for folks that can say, yeah, I know this person and they're in recovery. They've been in recovery for a year.
Can vouch for them.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Okay, and that process is all done online or paper, or you can do either one? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And the training that you all do at VAYA Health is 40 hours, correct, for the week?
It is currently.
Okay.
The state is moving towards a 50-hour training.
I had heard that rumor.
Yes.
I had heard that rumor.
VAYA Health, we are ready. We have our 50-hour curriculum approved.
That's great.
It will still be basically 40 hours of classroom time. Mm-hmm. There'll be a little pre-work, some homework. We've added in a few things to make up that 50 hours.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Well, as we're starting to wrap up here, if you were in my shoes, is there anything that you would have asked that I didn't?
How does somebody get into a VAYA Health peer support training? That's the question.
Yeah,
and it's really simple.
Yeah.
If anyone
and
can,
we do get that question lots.
Yes. So if you go to our website, it's just VAYA Health, VAYA Health.com. Once you're there, if you will go to the search option and put PSS application for peer support specialist application, in that search option, it will take you right where you need to be. The application's there, the reference forms, a lot of information about the classes it will be right there, and there'll be an email contact if you have any extra questions.
That's wonderful. And if you ever need help accessing that, you can always come to Goodwill. We're happy to help you print the application and get that all squared away. So thank you for coming. Thanks for taking time out. I appreciate it. And thank you all for joining us. This is another episode of Career Quest brought to you by Goodwill. Thanks.